Well, 40 dogs and 150 school counselors were on hand when students and staff headed back to class in Parkland last Wednesday for a modified schedule. Among them was a four-legged friend from Fremont, Nebraska. I show you how Katie the comfort dog went in the classroom to help that healing process.
It's hard.
From the Vegas massacre to the Pulse nightclub shooting, Katie Comfort Dog of Fremont and her handlers have answered the call to help after numerous tragedies.
It's hard to go on these trips, but we know that we're needed.
A dozen Lutheran Church Charities canine comfort dogs, including Katie, were in Parkland, Florida on the day students and staff returned to class after the Valentine's Day shooting that killed 17 students and staff members. After a tragedy, most people want someone who's there for them. That's exactly what Katie's trained to do, comfort and lend an ear.
We saw the whole range of emotions, but Katie seemed to help bring out the emotions that needed to come out.
For 3 days, Katie and her handlers went from classroom to classroom.
They're petting, and it just brings that calmness, and they relax, and then they start talking.
Handler Don Gilfrey says for a lot of students, it was tough to be back in that school, but the comfort dogs were there for anyone who needed a sense of security and a glimpse of hope.
When Katie was in the middle of the room, they were running towards her, and you could see smiles, and some of the students said this is the first time they felt like they could laugh or they could smile.
Katie and the other canines help students and staff transition from tragedy to what the high school is calling a new normal.
1000% she did her job. It was amazing just to see the kids, even just sitting down, if they were, you know, you could see the stress in them, and they'd sit down and start talking or not talking, but petting her, and it released out of their bodies.
Emily Zink, 3 News Now. Those dogs are just amazing. The In the Classroom is part of our commitment to covering education in our communities. You can learn more about this program and see past stories by heading to 3newsnow.com.